Yo, what is up, guys? So today we're talking about the middleweight fight between Joaquin Buckley and Alessio Chirico at UFC Fight Night Holly vs. Cater. And guys, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. Also, make sure to comment who you guys think is going to win this middleweight fight. Is it going to be Joaquin Buckley or is it going to be Alessio Chirico? But guys, now let's get into the video. Alright guys, so Joaquin Buckley and Alessio Chirico are both top 50 middleweight fighters in the world. Joaquin Buckley is ranked 37th at middleweight worldwide. Alessio Chirico is ranked 42nd at middleweight worldwide. Joaquin Buckley inside the UFC is 2-1, only one loss, coming to Kevin Holland by knockout. He also has 2 knockout wins over Impa Kasanganay by spinning a back kick knockout, absolutely insane. And then Jordan Wright by second round knockout. Both of those two fighters were undefeated, so that's absolutely insane. He has a record of 12 wins with only 3 losses. Alessio Chirico has a record of 12 wins, 5 losses. And guess what, guys? He is on a 3-fight losing streak. I believe that Kevin Holland by unanimous decision, Mahmoud Murado by unanimous decision, and then Zach Cummings also by unanimous decision. The betting odds for this fight have Joaquin Buckley as a minus 260 moderate favorite to win the fight, and they have Alessio Chirico as a plus 220 moderate underdog to win the fight, so a pretty big favorite there for Joaquin Buckley in this fight. Joaquin Buckley is 26 and a half years old. Alessio Chirico is a little bit older at 31 years old. They have similar heights. Alessio Chirico is a little bit taller at 6 foot tall. Joaquin Buckley is 5 foot 10 inches tall. But Joaquin Buckley has an amazing reach of 76 inches. Alessio Chirico has a 74-inch reach, so a little advantage there for Joaquin Buckley in this fight. But guys, if you look at those tabloid predictions, they are absolutely insane. Out of 580 different tabloid predictions, 93% of the vote are going for Joaquin Buckley to win the fight, most likely by unanimous decision, and then some people have him win the fight by knockout. But guys, so many people are so hyped on Joaquin Buckley, especially after that amazing knockout win over Impa Kasanganay, followed by a second round knockout win over Jordan Wright. Both of those wins were against undefeated fighters, which is absolutely insane. Joaquin Buckley, obviously 12-3 as a pro MMA fighter, started his career back in 2014 with 2 wins, got a second round knockout, got a unanimous decision, and then got a first round knockout over undefeated Kyle Kurtz. And at that time, he was 5-0 and got a shot inside of Bellator, got a second round knockout win over Chris Heatherly, but lost his next fight, his first ever loss as a pro MMA fighter inside of Bellator at Bellator 164 to another undefeated fighter in Jackie Gosh by first round knockout. Jackie Gosh is a very good fighter, but after that loss to Jackie Gosh, he came back with a unanimous decision win over Justin Patterson, a split decision win over Vincius De Jesus, lost his next fight to Logan Storley by unanimous decision, joined the LFA in his next fight in 2019, got a first round knockout win over Chris Harris, then got a second round knockout in a rematch against Jackie Gosh, but in his next fight inside the UFC against Kevin Holland, ended up losing the fight by third round knockout. But guys, guess what happened after that loss to Kevin Holland? 2 months later after that loss, he came back with an amazing win over Impa Kasanganay, who was undefeated at the time at 8-0. I mean, guys, I was actually really hyped on Impa Kasanganay. He had just got 2 wins on Dana White's Contender Series, and then got a nice win over Maki Bitolo inside the UFC by unanimous decision. I was really hyped on Impa Kasanganay, but guess what, guys? Out there, I mean, Joaquin Buckley, he did something so spectacular, the best knockout in UFC, in combat sports history. He literally did a jump spinning back kick knockout in the second round. I mean, it was absolutely insane. I mean, guys, Joaquin Buckley kind of went for a little kick, probably to the body of Impa Kasanganay. Impa Kasanganay picked up Joaquin Buckley's foot, probably going for a takedown, trying to land a nice shot off the pickup of the foot, but Joaquin Buckley said, heck no, did a little spin, and threw up one of the best kicks I've ever seen in combat sports history, and knocked Impa Kasanganay out cold. That is the best knockout I have ever seen, and it really pushed him into stardom in this UFC roster. I mean, he's absolutely insane. And guess what happened just a month and a half later after that amazing knockout win over undefeated Impa Kasanganay? He fought another undefeated fighter in Jordan Wright at UFC 255, and guess what happened? He absolutely dominated the first round. At the end of that first round, he knocked down Jordan Wright, but the bell kind of saved Jordan Wright from getting knocked out in the second round, just 18 seconds into that second round. I mean, Joaquin Buckley has some amazing power in his striking game, but he is fighting Alessio Chirico, who has a record of 12 wins, 5 losses. He's actually been fighting since 2011, where he got 9 straight wins outside of the UFC, some knockout wins, some submission wins. But when he joined the UFC in 2016, ended up getting his first ever pro MMA loss to Bojan Velickovic by unanimous decision, came back with a decision win over Gareth McLennan, lost his next fight by first round triangle choke submission to Eric Spicely, came back with a second round knockout and a split decision win over Julian Marquez, but was supposed to fight Jared Cannonier and Tom Breese in his next fight. Both of those fights ended up getting canceled, and then finally in 2019, back in I believe June, ended up fighting Kevin Holland, lost that fight by unanimous decision. Then 3 months later, ended up fighting Mahmoud Murado, but lost that fight by unanimous decision. And then a year later, inside of 2020, back in August, fought Zach Cummings and lost that fight also by unanimous decision. And now he's on a 3-fight losing streak. Looks to come back with a win here over Joaquin Buckley in this fight. Alright guys, so Joaquin Buckley has a pro MMA record of 12 wins, 3 losses. Alessio Chirico has a record of 12 wins, 5 losses. But guess what guys, Joaquin Buckley, out of his 12 pro MMA wins, 3 of those wins coming by decision, none of those wins coming by submission. And then guess what guys, 9 of his pro MMA wins are coming by knockout. That is absolutely insane. And then out of his losses, only 1 of his losses coming by unanimous decision, none of his losses coming by submission, and then 2 losses coming by knockout. Alessio Chirico's a little bit different. Out of his 12 pro MMA wins, 5 of those wins coming by knockout, 4 of the wins coming by submission, and then 3 of the wins coming by decision. Out of his 5 pro MMA losses, 4 of the losses coming by unanimous decision, 1 of those losses coming by submission. He has no losses as a pro MMA fighter coming by knockout, so who knows guys, this should be the first time that Alessio Chirico does get knocked out as a pro MMA fighter. In my opinion, that is exactly what I think is going to happen. I think Joaquin Buckley is going to go out there and land a big shot that's going to put Alessio Chirico down. And guys, if Alessio Chirico does end up losing this fight, I am sorry to say, but most likely Dana White is probably going to cut him from the UFC. I mean, so far inside the UFC, he has a record of 3 wins, 5 losses. That is not good at all. Every single one of his losses coming inside of the UFC, he only has 3 wins over Gareth McLennan, Oluwale Bangboze, and Julian Marquez. Not the best record at all inside the UFC. He is on a 3-fight losing streak. If he loses his next one, he'll be on a 4-fight losing streak. That is just does not cut it inside the UFC. So 100%, he will be cut from the UFC, and Joaquin Buckley just seems like the guy that will be cutting Alessio Chirico from the UFC. I mean, he has some amazing power. I 100% think that he's going to land that shot that is going to put Alessio Chirico down in this fight, most likely in the second round. That is my prediction for this fight. I have Joaquin Buckley winning this fight by knockout in the second round. Alright guys, so if you agree or disagree with that prediction, I don't really care. Put your predictions in the comment section below. I love to see what you guys think is going to happen in this middleweight fight. Do some of you guys think that Alessio Chirico is going to go out there and stun the world and get a win over Joaquin Buckley in this fight? Personally, I don't really think so. Joaquin Buckley has some amazing power, and I think this is going to be the 3rd win in a row by knockout. But who knows guys, Alessio Chirico does not have any losses as a pro MMA fighter coming by knockout, so it could go all the way. Joaquin Buckley could win the fight by unanimous decision, but most likely we're going to be seeing a knockout in this fight from Joaquin Buckley. But guys, that is my prediction for this middleweight fight. Guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. That'd be absolutely insane if you did so. But guys, I'm going to go make some more videos. Make sure to like the video, subscribe. I'm out of here.